You know, like when you were first fighting, were you you were chasing UFC dreams from the beginning?
No, no, I
You,
never had any intention of making this a career. I was just, I was in and out of a lot of trouble.
yeah.
I dropped out of high school. Like I wanted to wrestle in college and was having problems. Like long story short, my grandpa died and that was like my rock. And when he died, my life kind of just fell apart.
How old were you?
And oh fuck, I would have been 14, 15.
Mm.
Yeah. So for 14 or 15. So I was just a piece of shit partying my ass off for after that. From then on, I was partying hard and kind of the whole college thing down the drain. And so I just dropped out of high school. Um, so I was 17. I was just, all my friends are in school. So I'm just finding older and older people to party with. And I'd been in and out of jail. I'd had a couple DUIs already before I was 18.
Mm.
And I went into this Subway and I had a flyer for an amateur fight night. And it wasn't even sanctioned in Nebraska. Like I'd seen the UFC a little bit. I could convince my grandpa to get me these DVDs at like Blockbuster Video.
Yeah.
And so like I thought it was cool, but
You fancied yourself a tough guy. You're like, fuck it, I'll go
yeah,
fight somebody.
yeah. Like I just want to go get in a fight and not get in trouble for it. This seems like fun. I
Yeah.
was like, well, I'm kind of nervous, so I'll go watch first. So me and one of my older friends, we booze cruised up there. It was like an hour and 10 minutes, drank some beers on the way, and then got there. And the announcer came in like 3 fights in and said, we need someone that weighs between 160 and 190 pounds or whatever the weight, gap was. And I don't know why I just raised my hand. I was like, I'll fucking do it.
Probably because you had a couple beers.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, I'll do it. So they just gave me some shorts, a boil and bite mouthpiece, some bullshit gloves, and just fought it out. It was nuts.
Did you win?
No, I lost my first 4 amateur fights.
And still kept coming. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I didn't know why. I just kept coming. I was like, I don't know why, but I like this shit. I'd never even trained. Like I got armbarred in my first fight and I didn't even know what jiu-jitsu was.
Did you know to tap? Like,
no, no. So I got my elbow dislocated and like I was just screaming and the ref stopped it. I was so green. I just had a little bit of boxing and I was a good wrestler. So
how long did the guy have the armbar in? Like how many seconds were there between when you would have tapped if you know?
Oh, it was a solid 10 count. Which is a lifetime.
Yeah. A lifetime to just crank on it. And
so I started training like after my 4th fight. There was this guy that said, hey man, I think you got some talent. I got this gym kind of in my built on in my house. You come check it out. So from that day till I turned pro, I drove up to Omaha from my hometown every single day, an hour and 10 minutes one way for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And that's,
dude. I mean,
with still no idea why. I was just like, I don't know why I'm doing this, but inherently because I was training, I wasn't getting in trouble. Like I had to go to sleep instead of partying all night because I had to go to practice. And then the people that I started hanging out with were kind of all on the same journey. So like, I just steadily started hanging out with more, I guess, better influential people. And that's just kind of how my journey started. And then someone was like, hey, you can get paid for this shit. It's like, well, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I'm doing it anyway. So
yeah.
And I would guess that now you think of yourself that like you thrive in a semi-structured environment, right? Like you like going to practice, then doing this and then that. Like you probably connected to that also, like because what else were you doing if you're out of school and you're just like partying? It's like this gives me something to focus my energy on.
Yeah, it gave me something to do. I was just focused. I mean, I've always had to have like I don't do well even now. After all these years in the sport and all the things that I do, like I don't do well spinning my wheels. Like I'm not good when I'm left to my own devices. So it's good. And you're very true. Like it's very true that whether it's practice or I'm getting ready for a fight, like that's exactly where I feel most comfortable and thriving when I like, all right, I got to be here at 10. I got to be here at 1. And then I just fit in all the other shit in between.
That's the thing that like, obviously I didn't fight professionally or anything, but because I understand people, I understand I understand this kind of thing that's going to happen for the vast majority of fighters, which is the transition from not being a professional fighter to whatever they're going to do next. And, a lot of guys, they've got schools, they've got things that they transition, but nonetheless, I just don't think most people can really understand what that's like to, where you have a purpose that you're training for. That's like this big thing that's going to determine success or failure, and like you're always working towards it. And then you have that big thing and either success or failure. And then you're preparing for the next one. and like how much that just becomes a part of your life experience, whether you're even really thinking about it or not. And then all of a sudden it's like, and that's all gone. Now what are you going to do? And it's like,
you see guys fall apart too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Park their cars on the train tracks and shit.
Yeah. It's ugly. It's really, really ugly. And I can see how that happens, because even in between fights, sometimes I'm like, God damn it, I just need fucking something to do. Like, and that's why I've just, I'm a box checker. Like I like checking off things as I go, and without that, and I think sometimes people, it's their own fault sometimes though. Like you have to prepare for that and give yourself, I guess you got to give yourself the best opportunity to be successful, whether you're fighting or not fighting.